Hey YouTube, it's Jamie, smoking in my car. Long time no see. So, yeah, I'm at work, taking a little break. Just working on my project stuff, what I do at work, lighting, commercial lighting projects. The Grateful Dead popped in my mind for some reason. I've never been a huge fan. I'm not saying that, but I did see them once in 1990. I was maybe 20 years old. It could have been 91. I think it was 91 actually. I was 20 years old and I saw them. I had some years before that, when I was probably 17 or 18, more like 16, 17, I think. I went to New Haven Coliseum in Connecticut because they were playing, and hung out in the parking lot and just got high. Friends of mine and myself would go see them and get sheets of LSD, blotter acid, because gasp, all right, when I was a teenager, from like whatever 14 to 17 or something like that, maybe even up to 18, we just all did LSD. There was so much of it around. It was cheap. You could buy it with your lunch money. There was just a lot of it around in the 80s. A comparatively soft drug, really. I mean, it's not like heroin. It's just it lasts too long though. Take a hit of LSD, it lasts for like, or at least from what I remember, lasts about 6 hours. That's too big of a commitment. But anyway, yeah, I was thinking about the Grateful Dead for some. I haven't touched that in years and years. I mean, I'm talking literally like, I don't know, 30 plus years. Yeah, I'm 52. Well over 30 years. So, anyway, yeah, I just wasn't a huge fan of the Grateful Dead. But I saw him once. I think I was the only person there who had a shaved head. I went to that concert in 1991 at Compton Terrace in the West Valley, Phoenix, Arizona. I had just moved here. I was the only person there that I remember feeling like an outsider. I had a shaved head, and there was all these like hippies and stuff everywhere. But and at that time it was kind of like, things have changed, because at that time it was kind of weird. If you were young and you had a shaved head, that was like unusual. Tattoos as well. If you had any tattoos, like, there was a time when the only people who had tattoos were like convicts, full-on cholos, like Mexican gangbangers, or bikers. Those were like the only people who had tattoos. Bikers, convicts, and cholos. Regular people just didn't have them. But in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, me and my friends started kind of getting them. Like, because we were punk rockers. Yeah, let's see. Here, I'll show you my first one. I don't want to tell you what it says there, but maybe you could read it. It's a middle finger, and it says F you. Isn't that funny? I got that when I was, I want to say 19. I just thought it was funny at the time. It's funny now. I guess ultimately it's like is it that big of a deal? Is that all there is? I mean, there's a lot bigger things to think about and worry about. Yeah, I don't know. The world's so screwed up. I don't even want to read about what's going on with this whole Israel Hamas deal, I mean, I've got some knee-jerk reactive feelings about this, of course. But I haven't really looked into it. So I don't know what's going on. And then the whole Ukraine thing. Is that still going? I don't even know. I haven't paid attention. The other thing that's weird is the alien disclosure stuff. I was watching some of that on YouTube a couple weeks ago. Big changes. Big changes. Yeah, so Grateful Dead, what did I read about? I started thinking about them, so I looked them up on Google. I read about Jerry Garcia, fat, stinky hippie, who died. That sounds about right. I read about Brian Midland, who was their nice keyboard player, very talented man, who got off of a tour, went home, shot a giant speedball and died. Pigpen, one of their other keyboard players, alcoholic, who died. They were problem people, I guess. Whatever. I mean, I'm definitely not judging them. I guess a lot of artistic people are problem people. A lot of creative types are problem people. I've had my issues, believe me. Believe me. I think we all have. Anybody who lives long enough runs into some issues. And then eventually you get your course sort of chartered a little better. Or is it charted? Chartered? Charter a course. Chartered? Charted? Who cares? Alright, talk to you later.